All the apprentices across Ontario have gathered together to represent their unions, and we did some pattern drafting yesterday as well as a theory test, and today we're making our showpiece, which is the accordion, represent something for the beer fest there in Kitchener.
It's a 52nd event. This is now our 46th competition that we do alongside the conference and the convention. A lot of the apprentices here all over Ontario go to their own simple competitions, or their grades in school are very high, and they're elected by their local union, and obviously representing with their local contractors as well. They show up, they do a competition to get here, and typically this is your big competition, the Ontario competition. Wednesday they'll come in, we'll have a little unveiling of the project, they get to see what they're up against for today. Thursday they go into a pattern drafting test and a theory test, which everybody doesn't really see, it's kind of behind the scenes. But then on Friday is this competition where they're actually doing their hands-on practical projects. So after this, the top 5 competitors here will move on to the Nationals, which is going to be in Toronto next year.
It definitely promotes camaraderie and brotherhood, and it's good because it's a part of the trade that's lost a lot of the time. Like in our regular jobs, we might not do stuff like this, especially fine showpieces. As well, it's a reminder, going through that theory test and pattern drafting, that sheet metal is a very broad, big trade, and it's just important to kind of touch base with other people that are doing other things around the province and see where other work's going.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to do. In particular, the competition pieces. Working with copper, brass, tin, stainless steel, all those kinds of different metals. They all interact very differently. Some are soft, some are hard. Some take a lot of time to get used to working with.
The bellows tend to be a little bit tricky, and they're hard to manipulate, and they're soldered in. So there's some really good hand skills that need to go along to make something like this. And I think the idea of doing something intricate like this, it really helps them, realize that the potential that they have. And we've seen some of these kids out here making fantastic things, and you start off with something that's flat, and boom, and all of a sudden you're ending up with this.
Friendly competition is always good, right? It just promotes everyone helping each other out and challenging each other, which is important to be successful.
For me personally, I like getting to, again, make something that I don't usually get to do, and it's cool because when we're done, we get to bring home this piece that can sit out on display.
And it's kind of nerve-wracking, but it's good for people to see what we do.
It's craftsmanship. Like, it's not just banging tin together and making it look nice. You got to make it look nice the entire time.
We specialize in certain things, and we provide the training for it. It's not, nobody's thrown into something that they don't know. The apprenticeship program is kind of the key to success, and you're making money as you do it.
The pride we can take when we're done a job. So we fabricate everything from a flat sheet of metal. So we're taking a raw material and creating something out of it.
It just goes to show that we actually have, it takes skill to do something, and creativity behind working with metal.
Well, I think an event like this brings people out to compete and tries to make them the best they can. It's going to improve the workmanship that exists out there.
We need exposure for skilled trades. There isn't enough for young people. Sheet metal, you always hear about banging hammers all the time. There is a finesse to it, and this really brings it out.
To me, it's all for the fun, right? You come out, you do what you love, right?
For someone who doesn't have a job maybe yet, or younger guys, and they see this going on, they can come and talk to any of the guys floating around here about opportunities, because all of our local representatives are here. So if you want to work hard, there's lots of opportunity to work your way up, because it's a smaller trade, not everyone knows about it.
In the eyes of people that are coming by and watching, the questions that are being asked is, what do you do? And we tell them we're sheet metal workers, and they look at what we're doing and say, that's artwork. But I think it's something in our trade that's always in. We're craftsmen and craftswomen, and we have to develop that and show people that, because a lot of people think we just hang ductwork. Our trade is such a huge, there's such a broad spectrum of everything we do, and this is just a small little minor part of something that we can do.
No, it's brotherhood. We have meetings, we vote our peers in, and just like when you go to a job, your foreman's no different than you are. He's a fellow sheet metal worker. It shows that we do have the training and the skill set to put on something like this with our apprentices, our journeymen.
There's support if you have issues, and generally just the brotherhood of it. A lot of the guys will help you through things or help with issues or anything like that.
Honestly, get involved with the local unions. Union is, like I said, we're a brotherhood, right?
I like being in the union because they take care of you. You get laid off, you go to talk to your BA, you're on your books, and he'll call around.
I didn't know what to expect. but I definitely, you want to seize every opportunity you can, go out there and grab it, and the union definitely has those to offer. So far, along with getting my red seal, I've also been offered through the union the G3 gas license, so I've taken night school and done that as well.
Everybody that's here, they're excellent in math skills. They're excellent in communication skills. Their hand skills are, bar none. The quality that they put in, the detail that they put in, it's just something that just doesn't happen. And we try and get that information out to the schools and the teachers and the guidance counselors and anybody that's looking to do a job in a trade. You know what? You can make a lot of money doing this, and you'll make a career out of it. And that's kind of what we want to develop. It's it's not just a job. It's a career that we're doing.